New Eagles offensive coordinator. Look at this. Mr. Kevin Patullo is joining us. Let's get him seated down here.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, Kevin? What a pleasure. Hey, good to meet you, man. James, what a pleasure.
Good to meet you.
John Ritchie, former NFL fullback.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you doing today, Kevin? What a pleasure, man.
Good to meet you guys.
All right.
Doing well. Weather's nice, Nice sunny day, training camp, ready to go.
Yeah, no, we're excited to have you, Kevin. And look, first and foremost, congratulations on the offensive coordinator role. Just tell us, just to start a little bit, and look, welcome to WIP. I believe it's your first formal interview on WIP as well, so hopefully first of many. We're very happy to have you. But just take us inside what that changeover was like, going from what you've been doing more or less the last 4 years here with Nick and the right-hand man and all the responsibilities to moving over to becoming the offensive coordinator, being in charge of calling the plays, all that. How is the transition part to getting to this point in training camp been so far?
It's been really good. I mean, it's really not been that much of a difference because over the last 4 years, I've had my hand on the offense so much and been a part of the day-to-day duties as far as what a coordinator does. I basically was performing the same thing as the last four guys. And working with Nick, he's involved in everything. He wants to hear what we're doing and how we're doing it. So as far as like that kind of change, it's really not much. The difference being is just making sure now all the coaches are on the same page with me and what we're doing. And that was kind of similar to what I did before. I was kind of the guy that made sure everybody saw the picture the same way, players, coaches, and Nick knew what we were trying to do and the vision of things. So really, it's been pretty smooth. I mean, it really has. I know the guys tremendously.
Yeah,
we have great relationships, and even the coaches, we've all been together for a while now. So it feels really natural and really good.
What would you say to fans who are nervous about this handoff process? Around here, the last few offensive coordinator transitions, they've been a little bumpy.
Or at least the in-house ones certainly have been.
Right. When we promoted from within. What would you say to Eagles fans who are a little bit nervous about this transition?
I think the biggest thing is I've been here through the process and the evolution of what we've done here offensively and kind of the work we've put into it from 21 until now. And seeing the changes from even each coordinator, right, what they wanted to do, maybe their own spin on it, and knowing the personnel. So I've kind of watched it develop and grow and had my hand on it and been a part of it. So I think there's a little bit of a difference in that as far as knowing and seeing where it was in 21 to 22 to 23, what worked, what didn't, and where we need to go with who we have.
In a minute, I'm going to let John nerd out about the offensive stuff with you.
Yeah,
and I know you're a Nick Sirianni coach, so we know you can only say so much,
yes,
all that. But just the first-time play caller thing, because I think that, coming in, you're as qualified as you can be with your experience in the NFL. The one thing that you don't have on that resume yet, being an offensive coordinator, is that calling plays in an NFL game. Your experience with calling plays in the past in life, and then, that challenge coming into the year of that big step.
So even here, right, the last 4 years, I've been a part of the play calling process, whether it was with Kellen last year. Him and I worked very closely together and kind of fed each other plays as we went. And Nick is actively, listening to kind of how we're managing the game. Situationally, I've been heavily involved as far as how we call situational plays. So you can say, like, I've been a part of it the last 4 years, and
I don't
feel
mean
natural to me.
When you say situationally, I'm assuming you're talking about like the red zone specifically,
third
the
and fourth
20
down.
and
When we get into
15
those situations, my experience is, right, and John, you've played the game, it goes fast, right? And so when you have a good staff that you can lean on, you can be ahead. So if there's somebody you trust and you can play off of them, you can kind of work yourself ahead of things, meaning if it's first down, then we're going second down, and then there's somebody getting you ready for third down so that you're communicating. Sure. You can get way ahead of it, get the play in quickly, and you kind of know all week what you were going to call in that moment anyway. So I think that helps, and I've been a part of that, and even in my past, when you go all the way back to when I was in New York with Chan Gailey, he was the offensive coordinator, I was a quarterback coach. I called all the plays into Ryan Fitzpatrick and all the quarterbacks for 2 years, so I'm used to handling the headset, used to handling the play calling. I've had my fair share of just calling plays when we were on the ball, doing things in New York. So I had a good relationship with how to handle games in those moments and call plays, and it's very natural for me. Even the last all the practices, it's very easy, the flow of how to call plays.
This is very reassuring to us.
Well, it is different, right? If you've never done it and been in control of it, it is a different way of talking to a quarterback through a headset, which I've done. So I
just
feel
the logistical part. We just think about the what play you call him, but the actual process of it all. Yeah,
managing the play clock, managing the call, knowing how to get the information in so they hear it appropriately and what they need.
So we've talked a lot on our show about how difficult it is for a young quarterback to adjust to a different play caller year after year. As the play caller, how difficult is it for a young quarterback to adjust to a new play caller year after year?
Well, I think really when for example, you look at Jalen, we've had all these different play callers. The good thing is, right, I've been here through the history of what we've done. So when there's a why or something that pops up, him and I know the backstory behind it.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of a difference in that, and we understand just the communication piece of it, and really Tanner's been here for the most part too. So that part of it is reassuring probably for them too, that they know if something pops up, we know where it originated, whether the word changed or not over the last couple of years or even this year. We know what the original piece was.
How much are the words changing? You talk about every offensive coordinator wants to put his individual spin on things. How much do you spin it your way? How much do you preserve what's familiar for the players?
And see, you being a former player, that's the hardest part. Like, plays are plays, right? You can go from different offenses to different systems. It's just what you call them. And that's where you got to be careful. The framework of the offense, the verbiage is in place. How I manipulate it is different. I can do what I want with it, but the framework, you got to be careful because the guys know what they know. Like some of these guys, it's this year 5, right? And the verbiage system, that doesn't mean the plays are the same. That doesn't mean we're going to do the same thing, but the verbiage is something that when it comes down to it, we can talk the same way, and they know what family they're existing in, what world they're existing in. I mean, like I said, as far as play calls, when you're hearing a certain word, you're like, oh, we're working this concept, or we're working that. That helps and reassures players. So I think it really makes a difference to be careful how much you change that structure.
It's really a positive, from my perspective, that this is all language that he's familiar with, that everyone is familiar with. For me, that's just comforting as a fan. What sets Jalen Hurts apart from the other quarterbacks that you've coached?
I think the biggest thing is, which is incredible, everybody talks about, where he's at in his list and stuff, is the guy just wins. Like, he's done it different ways. And I think when you kind of sort of, I wouldn't say count him out, or something said, will he do it? He does it, right? And so I think you just can't underestimate him and his ability to make a play when he needs it, right? He made critical plays in the Super Bowl. We had to throw the ball a little more, right? Because we ran it okay. And, they were a good run defense. They're a really good defense in Kansas City. And he made plays when we needed him in the pass game and scrambling and doing his thing. And that's, I think, the difference, with him is he can just make plays, ordinary plays, and then just tremendous plays in different ways.
Do you have a goal for run-pass balance for the offense, or is that a week-to-week?
I think it's week-to-week. That's even last year, you could feel it. It was week-to-week, and some weeks it was like, wow, that was a lot of runs, but it was like, what was working? So, it's just kind of it's kind of tricky,
Real quick, I'll follow up on that.
Yeah.
The Saquon thing, a lot of touches last year, the history of guys with that many touches. I know you're not going to tell us the exact plan for Saquon, but how aware are you of that? Like the workload that he had last year and trying to make sure this guy stays healthy through February, hopefully.
I think, we're aware of it, but I think really what it comes down to is he's aware of it too. He knows himself. And if you even watch him in practice, like he's really good about knowing like, okay, I need a breather, and then, all right, I'm back in. I want to go back in. So I think that's a big piece of it too. It's just all of us communicating, being on the same page and understanding like, hey, how much can I do? How much can I not? And him letting us know, because obviously he's a competitor, so he wants to do it all.
Of course.
But
sometimes you got to protect them from themselves.
But he
in those
also
cases.
does know. If you watch him, he's also really good about understanding. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Let the other guys go.
Okay.
So we had those moments even last year.
Yeah,
when
remember.
Nick was like, "You want to go or
Let
not?"
the young
He's
boys
like,
eat.
"No, let him go. Let him go." So
yeah.
I think it's important.
How skilled is this receiving core, and what's it like calling plays for an offense where you've got AJ and Devontae catching the ball, Dallas Goedert catching the ball, you've got an offensive line like our offensive line protecting things? I mean, that must feel reassuring.
What a thrill as a coach, right?
It's enjoyable, right? It's fun because you get to put those guys in spots to watch them do what they do best.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the key thing. And they feel confident and comfortable with it, and when you're calling a play and they know it's going to them, they want to execute it because they know, hey, you did this for me. I got you. Let's go.
Yeah. I love that. And I think it sounds like we're going to have a lot of success with the way you're running things. I know that we're short here.
Yeah, we're running short on time. I know you've actually got to do practice
we have
and all
to practice.
this stuff.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you could just hang and talk to us all day, but I get it. But Kevin, just from all of us, and I'm from Eagles fans, we're all rooting for you big time, man. We're really excited, and we're excited to see what the Kevin Patullo offense looks like once you get out there and start playing games. And obviously, we hope to talk to you more down the road. So,
sounds good.
Eagles offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate it.
Awesome.
Awesome stuff from Kevin Patullo there. As again, what a pleasure, man. Great to meet you. Good luck out there.